Hey guys, this is Ben with Upstart HR, and I have been thinking a lot lately about employee ownership. Um, Something happened the other day and at work, and it kind of made me pause and think about things. I love when that stuff happens because when something makes you stop and think, it's usually good for you. Um, I was walking around, showing a new hire around the office, taking the tour, and I ended up at the back far corner of the office, and the cube that this person's in is decorated. It's got fabric like pinned up covering the ugly gray cube walls, and she's got things up, hanging frame pictures and everything else. It's really nice. Loved it. It's really cool. Um, anyway, so I was like, you know what? That gives her pride. It gives her pleasure to have that stuff up and to have that thing made like it is. To have the cube basically hers. She owns it. She can do what she wants with it. We give, we give people the ability to do that stuff, but she's the one that really took it the farthest I've ever seen. Anyway, so making employees have some sort of level of ownership is something that I've been thinking more about lately, just because that kind of stirred my brain up. I've always heard making people think like an entrepreneur, making them think like a business owner, coming at things from that perspective because it gives them the big picture view that they need to make decisions the right way. You're going to make an ethical decision if you see, this could affect the company. This is my part of the company. I don't want to mess it up, so let's make this decision the right way. Things like that. So I had some ideas for ways to help create a sense of ownership in your employees. Number one is give them something. If it's a cube, if it's a bulletin board, if it's a storage room, a break room, something where they can do with it as they please. Give them that and just let them run with it. As long as it's not offensive, let them go. Let them make something of it. Let them have pride in it. All right. Number two, give them the power to suggest change. If you really want someone to feel ownership in something, let them suggest a better way to do it. Let them say, you know what, we've been doing it this way. It's not right. It's not working. It's not good for the customer. It's costing us too much money. Whatever the reason might be, let them suggest a change or a different way of doing it, and actually follow through. Listen to them. Pay attention, because if it works, they've got this sense of ownership. I keep going back to pride. They're proud of it. They feel like they really matter, like their contributions matter, and like they can really influence the company. One of the worst feelings I ever had when I was working at another employer was that I felt powerless. I felt like nothing I did would ever make a difference, and it would never make a dent in the big hole that we were in. Just all the things that were going wrong with it. I felt I could work 100 hours a week for the rest of my life and it would never fix it. And that powerlessness, you lose hope. And when you lose hope, there's no reason to stick around. So give them a reason to hope and care and be proud of what they're doing. The last one, seems like every time I talk or write about something, it always comes back to culture at work. But it's something that I actually do. After I brought somebody on board and they've been there for a couple weeks, I do a check-in, just hey, how's everything going? How's your work going? What do you think about it? About the environment here? What do you think about working here? And they're always without fail, they say something like, it's different here. I really like it. Of course, they're not going to tell me the culture sucks, but they say things that back it up, so they're not just giving lip service. They tell me what they like the most. I like that I feel like I'm listened to, or that people care about me. If I miss work, someone really cares enough to call me or check on me or whatever. Things like that. And then I put back on them. After I hear the reason for it and I hear what they like, I say, you know it's your job to help protect that right. And they kind of look at me kind of weird. I said, you know, that's yours. This culture, this thing we do, this work, the way we do things, that is yours. You know, you have some level of stake in that, and it's up to you to help protect it. And you know, well, that, you know, pretty much every time, like, you know, that I hadn't thought about it that way, but that's really true. It's really just a way for me to show them or share with them that they have some stake, some ownership in the culture that we have there, and if they like it, they need to help protect it from things. You see someone do something unethical, don't let it happen. Don't let it sit around and say, well, you know, it'll get better or somebody else will take care of it. They really feel accountable for it because they have some skin in the game, I guess you could say. So anyway, just a couple things talking about employee ownership, how to get them to have some pride in what they do and in the business. Anyway, if you have some ideas, some ways that you do it, or some other things you've seen that were definitely the wrong ways to do it, I'd love to hear those too. Feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks, guys.